XRP is being tested as its first time breaching $3 since it hit that mark. We're going to talk about why this has happened, am I worried about it, and what you can do about it.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And oh, I totally get why y'all are freaking out, but don't worry, I've got good news to share with you. But before we get into the right on the screen, your comments come first, yes, because you, the viewer, matter most. And I promise you that by watching the end of this video, you're going to feel a lot better. Tyson Griffin dropping support on the channel. Klaus, wake up. We need you. We're bleeding out. Need to know what Elon Musk tweeted about XRP before he deleted his post. Need to know what the hell is going on. Don't worry, nothing to do with Elon and XRP. This sell-off initiated by the tech sector selling off on futures. Don't worry, we'll get into it. Frankie Ortiz, it says, Hederathon, our inaugural user conference, is happening on February 25th in Denver, Colorado. Frankie, you know you got to keep reminding me about it. Austin Powers says Pocahontas, while Maniacal Maniac says, I call her White Feather because calling her Pocahontas is disrespectful to Pocahontas. He's talking about Elizabeth Warren. Kevin DeVries dropping some support on the channel says, thank you. Well, thank you, sir, for swinging by, watching the video, and comment. Trick says, BTC makes me nervous. You know what makes me nervous? I almost said it. Bitcoin sitting at 101,345, down 3.6%. ETH down 5%. XRP down 5%. SOL down 8%. ADA down almost 8%. XLM 6%. Okay. This is going to freak y'all out, but just hear me out, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm not worried at all. And I get it. When you look at the XRP action right here, you're like, bro, we're at $3.11, and then all of a sudden we drop down to what? 274. But let's get into it. Bitcoin drops to an 11-day low amid tech sell-off. Yes, this was initiated by a tech sell-off. And remember, crypto falls within the purview of tech, right? Like if you were to think of sectors across the globe, think of like the building sector, the housing sector, transportation sector. Crypto doesn't fall into those. It falls into the tech sector. Technology stocks plunged as traders worried that the Chinese AI startup DeepSeek could threaten Western companies' dominance in the sector. A move some called AI's Sputnik moment, referring to when the Soviet Union was able to beat the United States to getting to the moon. Did we ever land there? I don't know. Bitcoin's losses are seemingly driven by some off-risk sentiment circulating the markets due to DeepSeek. Okay, now listen to this. Experts have reported how, as of Monday, the crypto market decreased by 6.5%, with the entire world. Now, this is not just like the United States tech sector. This is the entire world was affected by the drop. Revolut reported that the price of Bitcoin decreased on Monday by as much as 1% in the past hour to 4.22% in the last 24. Fell as much as 6.8% in the last week. The dive and subsequent stock sell-offs, remember, it's not just cryptos, it's stocks, is due to what? China's based artificial intelligence with their new app named DeepSeek. Okay, there is a definite power struggle going on right now within the United States. I want you to think of Trump over on this side in the United States, China over here on this side. They're both fighting for tech supremacy, right? And so what's happening is this. Trump goes, yo, we're going to make, crypto, United States, the crypto capital of the world. So we get all this boom and juice. And remember, Trump also wants to get big into AI as well, right? You guys have been commenting about the AI stuff down below. So then all of a sudden, China comes out with DeepSeek, and it's like, whoa. United States, rest of the world, China may be the supreme one, the chosen one, right? So honestly, we can blame China on this move because it's all about who's going to reign supreme with power, right? Whether it's technology power, military power, you know what I'm talking about, financial power, right? Because isn't that what this all comes down to? Financial power. And remember, crypto falls within the tech sector, okay? Computer code being the basis of it all, it makes complete sense. So here's the whole thing. Power struggle with tech, all right? Now check this out. This is where things get a little wonky and why I'm a little nervous. And not nervous like in the grand scheme of things. I'm talking more about nervous in terms of BTC dominance, all right? Let me share with you some stats here real quick. We're going to go to the BTC dominance chart and watch what happens right here. Yep, we had another spike in BTC dominance. And why? Well, it's kind of what you saw on here, right? BTC goes down 5%, the alts go down about 10%, right? BTC goes up 5%, the alts only go up a couple. You can see there was more bleeding in the alts than there was for BTC, okay? So BTC dominance, you start seeing why it's sliding over there. Now, market volume is absolutely bonkers again, up 132% from yesterday at 184,000. This is why y'all are freaking out, and it makes total sense, and let me explain it to you, okay? And seriously, if this is not worth a sub or at least a like, all right? If you've already subbed, at least drop me a like to help out the channel. This is why people are freaking out. For the longest time, and I've got 1-day candlesticks up on the screen. For the longest time, we've been dealing with what? XRP sub 60 cent, right? 50 cent XP, 40 cent XRP. So if we drop 30 cents, everyone freaked out back then, right? If we drop 10, 20, 30, 40%, everyone freaks out, okay? So think in the back of your mind, we've been used to XRP sub 60 cent for a long time, right? You know what I'm talking about, okay? So we've had some tests along the way. Now look at this candlestick right here. This is today's candlestick, okay? You had a low at 265, a high at 303. So we're only down like what? 12% at the max, right? From peak candlestick to low. 12%, that's it. Now watch what happens though when I go back to December 9th. Look at this candlestick right here. A low of $2, a high of 260. That's a 20% swing, everyone. A 20% swing, okay? Now, go back just a little bit more and you can see other oscillations here. Look at this candlestick, okay? A low of $1, a high of 116, a 16% swing. So the big problem that people are having right now and why people are freaking out with XRP, it's the amount that XRP is down, right? The 30 cents. And 30 cents sounds like a lot when we're used to what, everyone? When we're used to 50 and 60 cent XRP. But 30 cents compared to $3 is only 10%. That's not crazy. So make sure when you're looking at the data, you're looking at the percentages. And that's why everyone right now has to understand that this test at $3 is extremely healthy. This is part of the market starting to realize where the footing is, where the floor is, and also understanding what our strength is. And the big freak out right now about this move, this candlestick right here, shouldn't be worrying anyone. It's only a 10% swing. And in fact, go to XRP's price right now, and we're only down 4.5%. That's nothing, everyone. We've been down 20, 30% before in no time. Do you remember when XRP was 40 cents? And remember when it dropped from 40 cents to 30 cents? Yeah, that's like a 25% drop. That's way bigger than now. Imagine a 25% drop right now at $3. You would be talking low $2 range, right? Dropping 70, 80 cents, right? That's crazy, but not what you're seeing now. And so the reason people are freaking out is because proportionately speaking, they're not used to $3 XRP. And I totally get it. We're not. This is a new territory for all of us. But it's only 10% or roughly 10%, everyone. And look, I can go back to this candlestick right here on the 9th of December where we had a 20% swing in XRP. And look what happened. We had that 20% swing. We had this. And then look, we pushed up. We had a little sideways action. And then we pushed on up to 3. So the reason we're down, China versus the rest of the world in terms of dominance when it comes to tech. This was a global sell-off across the world, especially, that was redundant, within the tech sectors. And people right now are freaking out because this is our first real test if we can hold $3. And right now, XRP is definitely bouncing back. And look at this here. Let's do this. Let's zoom into the 15-minute candlestick, and I'll share with you exactly what's going on. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to the 15-minute. Look at this. You see this move right here? We rebounded it right away in the next 15-minute segment. Now, granted, do we push down after? Yeah, but now look. Zoom out just that little bit as the market wakes up, as the market starts digesting the news and figures out why we're falling down, the market starts feeling better about things. So why is everyone freaking out? Because 30 cents sounds like a lot, especially when for over the last several years, 30 cents compared to 40, 50 cent XRP would be absolutely mind-blowing to the bad side, right? But 30 cents when it comes to $3 XRP is only a 10% swing. And I'm not worried about that at all. In fact, look at these candlesticks right here. All right, I'm going to pick this one, okay? This one is in August of 2023, okay? This candlestick had a high of 60 cents, a low of 42 cents. That is a 30% drop in one day. Were y'all freaking out in August of 2023? I don't think so. A 30% drop now would take us what? From $3 to $2.10. So you see what I'm saying? This is new territory for XRP. And as much as we try to tell ourselves, don't get emotional about this stuff. And I'm going to go all Gordon Gekko on you cool guys and gals. Remember when Gordon Gekko in the 80s was like, yo, don't get emotional about stock? If Gordon Gekko was hanging out with us right now in this room, in this awesome loft that I'm in right now, or industrial building, whatever you want to call it, Gordon Gekko would be telling us, don't get emotional about crypto. A 10% slide is nothing to worry about, especially when what? It's all about a power struggle between the United States and China. And let's be honest here. You think Trump is going to let this happen? I don't think so, girlfriend. I got a feeling that if China puts more pressure on the rest of the world, especially the United States when it comes to tech dominance, that the leaders out there outside of China are going to do whatever they can to regain that strength back. So you see what I'm saying? I'm not worried about this. It's only a 10% move with XRP, but 30 cents sounds like a lot because the longest time we've been dealing with this, XRP has been around that 30, 40, 50 cent. So yes, when you hear, oh my gosh, XRP's dropped 30 cents, it's hard to digest. But now that we're above $3, 30 cents really isn't that big. So here's the best advice that I can give all of you out there. Focus on percentages, not the raw numbers. Because what happens when XRP gets to $10 and drops 30 cents? Yeah, that's like what, 3%? No one's going to give a crap about that, right? Get my point? So all you got to do right now is zoom out just a little bit. And in fact, I just shared with you, December 9th was like a 20+% swing for XRP, which makes this move look like nothing. But 20% was a smaller cent-wise. Why? Because the price was lower at that time. So am I worried about this? No, the market rebounded very quickly. And one of the other bits of advice that I can give you is this. When you see a sell-off in crypto, zoom out, look at other markets out there, okay? Look at the European markets, look at the Asian markets, look at the stock markets, and see if it's a global thing. Now, if XRP, just XRP, right? XRP itself fell 30 cents and nothing else did, well, yeah, then I would sit in there and be like, okay, then I'm a little bit worried. But if everything else is falling with it, then you know it's not something specific in regards to XRP. It's more about the power struggle between the East and the West. And when China comes out with this AI action app, well, it kind of threatens what the United States and the Western world wants, which is what? Tech dominance. So am I afraid? Am I worried? Not a chance. Am I happy that y'all messaged me in the comments and said, bro, what's going on? Help us out with this? Of course. And that's my job. My job is to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. Is today's news bad? Yeah, I mean, anytime we have a red day, it's bad, but the reality is, look how fast it popped back up. So whenever that stuff happens, search the news, zoom out, and realize that a 10% drop in the crypto world is nothing. But when you hear 30-cent XRP drop, it may freak you out because for the longest time, we were floating around 30, 40, 50 cents. How do we end videos? Choo-choo, bitches.